Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Permiano.
And I'm Dan DeBriel, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news. Remember that guy. Hey,
and
what's up?
And that's all I have to say on Israel and Palestine.
Oh, yeah, you said it all before the cameras were rolling.
Oh, shit. Did I? Well,
our fans in Germany are going to be so disappointed.
But that's all I want to say on that subject.
It was deep. It was deep. I felt most of it. I felt most of it. The epithets got kind of heavy, but I felt most of it.
Yeah. You could have done without the slurs, but your point was made.
I mean, how can you tell the difference? The slurs are the only thing that let me know the difference between the two. So, all right. Well, now I did all that to make it so we didn't have any offense, and I went there.
And you went there, right out the gate. But it's okay because we have a special guest today, a guest who could use like any slur in the book. It looks like I'm not really sure. True. You can lay claim to almost all of them.
Yeah, I use a lot of them.
Yeah. Dave, introduce our guest.
Oh my God, people! All right. He's a host of a sister podcast. If it's two dudes, we call it a sister podcast.
Yeah, a father
Seriously,
podcast.
Dad.
Stepdad.
He's a comedian. He's a model. He's a
boy.
Jew.
Yeah, there's that.
Yep, an actor. I would have gone actor before Jew, but it's
they're synonymous.
I was going to say it. I'm sure it's not hurting you.
Albert Davis. Not the first, not the second,
the fourth,
not the third.
The fourth.
Albert Davis the fourth. The name's so good they passed it on 4 times.
4 times. What a shitty name! Isn't that a shitty name to pass on 4 fucking times?
Well, it's strong. It's like all American. You know,
it though?
It's kind of generic.
Do you know any Alberts? You got any friends named Albert?
I have Al's, but I assume they're Allens. Their long form is Allen, probably not Albert.
Yeah, I don't think I know a single Albert now that you say it.
Yeah,
I had like a non-related uncle named Albert growing up, like a friend of the family that was like, we called him Uncle Albert. But that's it. Al's Diamond Cabaret. That would be the other Albert in my life, probably.
I had one in a can once, but I took someone's advice and let him
go. This is the kind of glad
Neil,
you got that.
Neil just killed himself. All right, podcast over. That's all I was trying to do. It only took us 40 episodes. Yep. Who had the over?
We did it. Yeah. Neil's sitting here like, they have more followers than Cult of Us. Fuck these guys.
I'm posting that one 7 times next week.
But yes, you are the co-host of the wonderful podcast Seriously Dad on Drop Tent Media with friend of the show, Jay Yoder.
You've already had your fatter half on.
What seat did he sit in? Did he sit over
no, I told you. I sit in this seat. I get set in my ways.
Because he's that way on ours. That's his seat.
Oh, really? No,
he fucking respected.
He's never even considered sitting anywhere.
We got him in this. We got him in this seat.
Yeah, he's uncomfortable.
Yeah, getting him out was the harder part.
Thank you for taking that layup. I was wondering where I was going to go with it. So, but yeah, I believe he sat here. You're in my seat. No hard feelings. I'm happy that you're there. You're the face, so we got to get that HP camera right on you.
Yeah.
Look, I was hoping we could get this like the lesser camera on you, and that way people might not be able to see.
But his farts probably smell delicious, so you get to sit in that. You get to sit in that next week.
You get to marinate.
I thought it was creme brulee, but now I realize.
Is that what models farts? Creme brulee? Is that the good
creme brulee and spearmint? Yes.
Yeah. Right. You may see our guest looming above you at a Target. In some places, you were a Target model. I saw you just last week on a. You were a doctor. You were like Dr. Mike or something.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I think I was a patient.
You were a patient.
I think I'm an addict in that one.
I'm in recovery. I thought you were an after surgery patient.
Yeah.
I'm in recovery.
Okay. So, the recovery, you look good. You don't look like you're
recovered.
You are recovered.
Yeah. A lot of false hope out there. They're like, see, I can bounce back. Look at this guy.
Yeah. Go to therapy. I'll come out looking like him. Are you kidding me? I got to get heroin.
I do like because people see them and they like send them to me or they like let me know. That's kind of cool feeling.
Yeah, it's got to be right. Yeah.
Cool.
Did you have to do anything gay for Target? I know they had a whole. A lot of people were boycotting them because of their gay their gay aisle.
Oh, that's right. No, they have mega gay.
Did you?
No, I have
you
doing
not on the shoot, but to get the shoot, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
I was going to get when we get more in depth on the modeling. I was going to ask.
Yeah, you book it, and then
how many hands go inside you to get that gig?
Yeah. How many potted plant
with
consummations?
Or without the thumb, right? Are we adding thumb in here? Or what?
You're a 4-finger man.
Yeah, the hand wedge. I'm more of a hand wedge.
Bundled or straight? How does
straight,
that?
Straight.
Okay.
I don't even know how. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I feel like you'd be forced to turn it into some kind of conical structure, but you know. Hey, what's up, Neil? How you
Just
doing?
over here
Neil?
getting deep. No pun intended. Right? That's what we're doing. Boom, boom.
You get to explore all the fun topics you don't get to explore on Seriously Dad.
Oh, we don't talk shit. Yeah, we're very like clean on Seriously Dad.
No, you guys are very much like good for the topic.
Like, good dad, good
yeah,
dad shit.
yeah.
You know? Because you can't be like, oh, this. Well, actually, no. The last episode, I guess I got a little,
nah.
but you can't be like, this motherfucker. You can't.
Right.
No one wants to hear dad talk like that because it's going to remind them of their abusive
Their
dad.
dad,
You know what I mean? They're alcoholic dad.
Right.
Save it for Little League Baseball.
Yeah,
games.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's a different. Yeah, it's a different father image that we're not trying to portray.
We have the one kid, right? You have.
I have
one...
two.
Oh.
Yeah, I got lucky. No, I essentially adopted her sister.
Oh, okay.
Not legally, but like I accepted her as my own child.
But you are, you're the dad, whether or
I'm
not it's on the paperwork.
But this is the sister from a previous marriage, or the new wife.
No,
Okay.
No. That's not the new wife. This is my daughter's mother had another child after me.
Okay.
And that guy's kind of MIA. So, you know.
So you stepped up.
I stepped the fuck up.
Hell yeah, you did.
You are a bigger man than I. I'd struggle.
And better looking.
He'd struggle with the first one, let alone picking up the spare.
I don't even see the difference. They're two bald men with stubble. I think we're both pulling it off in our own way.
You both look like a developing picture where there's like hope early on, and as the picture comes,
he's like
focus.
Before the therapy, I'm after the rehab.
Yeah, exactly.
Before the rehab, after the rehab.
Totally, yeah.
I thought more of like an evolutionary chart because you're taller too, and more erect.
And you're like hunched over, a little more struggle with tools.
I try to dress in a way to disguise my hunch, but it doesn't work.
Do you have a hunch?
I have a slight.
You have a slight
lean.
curvature.
Yeah, it's not a real. It's not a hunch.
A
slight lead. He said a slight lead. You know?
Like I'm capable of upright walk, but I'm lazy.
It's not a hunch. It's a slouch. They should have called him the slouching guy of Notre Dame.
Like a hunchback is a medical condition. A slouching is a laziness.
That is a very good
yeah,
point.
right. It's a posture, not a medical condition. Yeah, that makes sense.
So you got shitty posture. That's all.
What you can't hide is that you're still skinny even under your hoodie. You're looking good, man.
Yeah,
the thing's hanging off you.
I'm gaining my winter weight back.
You are. You're packing it on.
Buffalo wings every night this weekend.
Good ones or shit ones? Like good ones, like Buffalo
buffet
Wild Wings.
Like on a buffet table on Saturday, but good ones up for the Eagles game.
Okay.
Only the best.
Hell yeah, only the best for your birds, right?
Yeah, crispy.
Fuck yeah.
You ever get
not too breaded? Fucking good.
I hate soggy
wings.
No.
Oh, that's that's disgusting.
No, I've been getting a bad run of wings lately, so I've just been going boneless, which isn't a wing. I know it's like a chicken finger, but you get a bad run of wings. You start going, I don't want to chance it
worth
tonight.
It?
Yeah, they cost so much money now.
But I mean, it's just a chicken nugget. I mean, you get ripped off.
Of course, and you know what you're getting 100%. A good wing is so much better than a good boneless.
Yeah,
wing.
You get to practice eating pussy when you get the wings. Like
the flats.
Yeah, you're always like.
I prefer the dick ones more.
Honestly, Dave practices on the drumsticks.
I know that I know the dynamic between the two, but the drumsticks are better for. I mean, better, but it is more dick-like. It is very clearly,
yeah. It's okay to eat it from the side. You just got to stop going up and down.
Wait, are you one of those people that can take a flat?
You can't eat it with two hands. That's the problem.
I mean, they're dicks that make me feel good about myself, and they taste good. Wait, so are you one of those people that eats the flats like one bite, all the chicken's gone, or do you have to like pop the tongue through after you eat?
I do like I mean pussy. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could do that trick where the guy just puts it in their mouth. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah, but no. I mean, while they say that's more like eating pussy, if you could do that, you probably suck really good dick too.
If you debone the chicken, de-meat the bone. Is that what it is?
Yeah. And then you go and eat some chicken. You know? Hey. Man. Yeah. I don't like people with wings like the chicken wing police. Like when you're eating a wing, I think I might have mentioned this before because this is a pet peeve. This is one of my specificide candidates is people that look at your plate while you're eating wings
to make sure you audit your fucking work. Like
audit.
Get
exactly.
The fuck
wing
here.
auditors. I fucking hate them.
You left a lot on
there. On the book. Yeah, because I'm fucking rich and I can waste it. I don't give who the fuck are you? Yeah, right. I don't give a shit. It's a fucking wing. You know what I mean? Like I hate that shit.
That's disrespectful.
I agree. I mean, I know that they think it's like it's a waste, but it's like it's a wing. Like fuck you.
I think what they're doing is they're saying I'll eat that if you like are cool about it. That's their passive aggressive way of being like, hey, it still looks kind of good. And based on your reaction, they're like, okay.
I only give them shit when they order it. If they say wings and then say boneless, it's not a fucking wing.
That's fair.
If they say ranch instead of blue cheese, you're disrespecting the wing too. But other than that, once 30, I don't fucking look at people when they're eating because I treat people like you want to be treated.
Right.
When I'm eating, I wish I had the power to turn invisible.
Oh, you don't like people watch you eat? Huh?
I don't. That's why I fucking go eat alone. I don't like talking when I'm eating. I hunch over, slouch over, slouch over my food and just like.
All right.
Yeah, I want to be dead to the world while I don't like. Yeah.
So there's like Japanese restaurants where they give you like solo booths to eat in. You would like love that.
The bento boxes. Are you talking about?
Yeah.
My favorite place hasn't had the bento box since COVID, and it's very. It's. Let's move on.
Damn. So you go to eat by yourself.
I'll go to place. I don't go to a Japanese. I go to places with a bar, so because if you, it's sad looking to sit alone at a table when there's nobody on the other side. But at a bar, it's a one-sided seat. Yeah, you're
especially if they give you a
TV.
Booth. If you're at a booth by yourself, king of loneliness.
I wouldn't
do
it. Yeah, so I only go out to like shitty chain restaurants to eat by myself
at the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why, like, it's great. Applebee's, like Buffalo Wild Wings, same thing.
Exactly.
If I'm like on the road or something and I got to get food and I'm eating by myself, it's so much better to just eat the same meal, like a Diet Coke and wings, like no alcohol involved sometimes. But you sit at the bar, it adds an air of like, I'm not a loser. I'm at the bar.
At the bar.
Yeah.
I'm getting it in. I'm fucking I'm doing right.
It's all mind tricks.
Yeah, this is guy time right now, bitch. I'm not alone. I'm not crying. These aren't tears. Fuck that.
I'm not alone. I got my wings.
It's sweat from these hot ass wings. Is what it is.
That's right. We masked the tears. It's just ghost pepper.
Yeah. I got that's also my fucking eyes. I don't mind eating by myself. I don't mind.
I don't either.
I used to give a fuck. I used to care. And then I started doing things alone. I was like, this is pretty fucking cool.
Going to the movies alone?
Yeah.
Way better.
I still feel a little awkward though. Like if I'm like one time we talk about Tuesday movies a lot, the cheap movies. When I was doing those before I agreed to this, I would go and I miss those days. You get to go to the movies. I don't. Sometimes I'd get there, be seeing it by myself, and then like a couple would walk in. And that moment when the couple turns and sees you just sitting there
with
by
the
yourself.
Popcorn on your dick.
I'm mortifying. Yeah, exactly. Right. Now, like, is there a hole in that?
You're like, no, there's not. It's just a coincidence, dude. Look inside. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it's one of the situations where like saying something would be more awkward. I just like see movies by myself, normal guy.
Yeah, fucking A.
It's not a social interaction.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's got a point.
It depends on the movie because I can't go. Like I like Pixar movies, but I can't go to a Pixar movie by myself.
100% cannot do that.
Yeah, right. Like Barbie. I couldn't go to Barbie by myself.
We've talked about this. Your movie beard.
Yeah, I have a movie beard. I have a like she likes all them. I'm just saying I'll pay you. Like no, like she enjoys the movies.
So
too.
you guys just roll out to movies.
Yeah. Okay. The ones that
that you can't see by yourself.
See by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I haven't been in a movie theater in a long time.
Oh, really?
I do not like sitting in a movie theater.
Huh. Interesting.
Only way I can pay attention.
It's weird for me.
No,
I think the last movie I saw was Jurassic Park.
Like
the
the
No. The one with the Chris Pratt fellas.
Yeah, Jurassic World or whatever.
With the 3 raptors, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. We're movie guys, so we like
well, you guys have movie theater bodies.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I was just thinking about that. I was like, Al doesn't want to be in a dark room. Like, I like this has got to be in the most well lit room ever. Yeah,
that's why he likes going to restaurants alone because people come up and hit on him. So no one disturbs our fattening.
Yeah, people come up to him, sir, can I take your picture and then like hang it? Like you eating our food?
That happens to you a lot. Do you get like just approached everywhere you go?
No, not anymore. Not anymore. No.
Yeah.
I try. I do this thing where I try to like give a look that says, "Please just leave me alone."
Yeah, you have
I can get like a scowl and like just don't talk to that guy.
You can look really friendly or really grumpy.
Yeah.
Like I can see why
Yeah, I
you
got
are a
that.
good model beyond, just
Yeah.
that you have a good expression. Like
Yeah, I
I've
got
seen
that.
you walk around with your "don't fuck with me" face.
Yeah, you're
and
like, I'm gonna leave the guy alone.
it's totally different than when you're on stage. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost smiling, laughing at myself and shit.
Well, you probably because you're our age-ish, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah,
so you probably
39? Is that how
Mhm.
is that
Yeah,
what we're
39.
talking?
Yeah, 40.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
So you're
the
probably
saddest
not
part of this whole episode. That's the saddest line in this whole thing. Yeah, 39, 40.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Neil just had the first middle-aged woman podcast recording before ours. We
Yeah.
got the middle-aged man podcast.
Yeah.
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 You,
We're all
I
go-
got the middle
you are
age
not-
dad
you are not-
podcast. We are
Yeah,
not
right.
hip at all.
You are not
No.
tapping into that youth market with your fucking studio at all. What was I? Okay, yeah. So you don't go out to like places where you would be approached. Like, yeah, you probably are as big on the club scene as you once were.
Jeez, bars, club. I'm not really out. If I'm at a bar or something, I'm usually doing comedy.
Yeah.
And then I'm usually home now. Like I'm a homebody now, man. I'm not that.
Fuck
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
And comedy.
That
big time off the
happens.
women.
Yeah. I think that happens when you start comedy because you have to go out to bars and
you're out all
out
the
and
time.
and you're being social. It's kind of a one-way socialness in a way,
Yeah.
but like you're being so social when you're performing or just hanging out with the other comics. Yeah, you go home and you don't have that. Like when I was in my 20s, and I guess it's getting old too. When I was in my 20s, it was like if I was home, I was immediately thinking about the next time I was going out.
Yeah.
Who's up? What's
Oh, yeah,
open?
yeah.
Now it's like I saw
You're on
people
vacation
yesterday.
till the next time. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a vacation till the next time. But then there's also the forced social aspect of comedy,
Oh God,
right?
yeah.
Because we have our friends, we have the people we jive with, we like to see, we want to talk to, and then we have the people that we have to be cool with because it's part of the scene.
Our coworkers.
Yeah, there
That's
you
how
go.
I refer
you
to
go.
like with my girlfriend. Sometimes she'll be like, "Oh, this or that person," and I'll be like, "Yeah, they're a coworker."
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
they're
People you
like
have
we
to kiss
we're
up
just,
to a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
yeah, or just like you have to exist
just
with
have-
them
yeah,
and make
yeah.
and be peaceful with them or whatever, coexist around them, work with them, even though
Mm-hmm.
left to your own
You may-
devices, you would
yeah.
avoid them or
And,
otherwise.
and you can feel it from them coming. You can feel that energy from
Oh, yeah.
them, and they can feel that energy from you.
Oh yeah,
It'd be like, so what you been up to? I saw on Instagram you
Yeah.
did the thing with the guys, right? It's like, oh yeah. And then it's like, all right, we did it, and then you like do a 180, but then you do it to the next. You do like that. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
See,
Yep,
you're
yep.
still a bag of shit.
Pretty much.
yeah.
So people don't realize how little being good on stage has to do
With your
advancing
progression
in
and
comedy. Yeah, being
Yeah.
on stage, being good on stage is such a small percentage
Yes.
of doing
It's the
well
smallest-
in comedy.
It's probably the smallest percentage out there, right?
Right. We were just talking before we started rolling about how it's such a low value skill that it's quite often below you own a car. Right? Like just owning a car quite often will get you a book that is off. And you
Yep,
watch some of these
yep.
comics independent of their skill, but they could drive somebody that was the
They
headliner.
can pick
or
someone
something.
up and bring them
Yep.
in or drop them off. That's one.
Yep. Owning a car and being available.
Having a camera.
yeah.
I have a good camera with a good microphone. That'll get you places. And,
Yep.
You know, I mean, those online, the tape you post on Instagram is fucking important.
Yeah. I mean, like you guys have both done my show. You haven't been to the new location. I
haven't.
definitely have to get you back.
Will do.
But the new location is just as nice as the old room, but it's in a better location. But it's a small room and it's an intimate show and it's like a workout room. But I put like time into my flyers and I make them like silly and
Nice.
good looking. And just those flyers, people will approach me and talk about my show as if it's like a show that like, oh, they have to like really try to get booked on. And it's like, not really. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a workout room. Like if
you just sold it well. You just
it's just
I
the
wanna-
flyers look
yeah.
cool.
The package is good. the
And
wrapping
that
paper.
alone kind of adds like comedy's so weird. Like the
So weird.
flyer makes my show so much better than
Yeah.
like the audience that's coming in, which who are great, but there just
Yeah.
aren't many.
Nothing is as validating as having your name in the same picture as Dan's face on a Minotaur's body.
Yeah, you're gonna get some weird like psychosexual picture of me animated with your name on it. That's
Like-
your prize for doing.
Like the shirt you're wearing now. right?
yeah,
That's-
yeah,
that's like a thing,
yeah. Actually,
Freddie
this was a,
Mercury,
Mercury
on a
Freddie
tray, on the
Mercury on-
Treyu? Is that the
no,
Treyu's the
Falcor.
kid?
Betrayer's the
Oh.
kid.
That's a never-ending story. Is that what that is?
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, this
Now,
was a
where'd
Christmas
these guys,
gift.
where'd these guys meet? Like, what's?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just a piece
And
of
I
I think
last
art.
it's
checked-
just like an
Okay.
art. Yeah.
Freddie Mercury's story ended.
He ran out of luck. Yeah.
That's very fucking true. That's very true.
Like a horse in the mud. Or is that even the same movie? Am I thinking of the same?
No,
movie?
yeah,
It's okay.
Right, yeah,
That was a
yeah,
bad
yeah,
scene,
yeah.
if I
That was
remember.
Atreyu. No,
See,
Atreyu was the kid.
I haven't even seen that whole movie. I just know that image. I don't know. I haven't seen that whole movie.
That
I'm not a good
image-
movie guy.
Yeah, this is like the poster, but Freddie Mercury is put in
Yeah.
over the kid. Yeah.
Oh, the kid's riding that big.
Yeah, in the movie, the
Okay.
kid
Is
Atreyu
he holding a
rides, or
microphone
no,
in-
Yeah, yeah.
no, well, no, he holds a sword or something. I don't know.
Well, Freddy's on the mic.
Freddie's holding a mic, but
Yeah.
Wields
This
it like
is-
a weapon.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm glad this
Or
became a
penis.
conversation
It's
piece.
6 one way. I've done the other.
I like the shirt. It was a shirt I hung up with old shirts, and I pulled it out today and was like, oh,
What
this
a mistake.
fits me. This was hanging in all of my aspirational large t-shirts that I'm still hoping I'll fit into
The
one
Tony
day.
Robbins section
Yeah,
of my closet.
exactly. And I was like, oh, this is a Fat Boy shirt. I could put this one on.
This Freddie Mercury's dying from being pulled apart.
Holding on to 2 nipples.
I'm making a super stretched man out of him,
Nice.
Thank you.
Boom.
I want to make a super. Okay, yeah.
We're gonna sing that out. We're gonna.
There are very few singers I would try to imitate on the show.
And Freddie Mercury is one of them.
I mean,
Yes. Are you a fan? Are you a Freddie Mercury fan?
yeah.
You a Freddie Mercury fan?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I wouldn't say he's integral to my music taste or
Uh-huh.
anything, but I like him.
But you appreciate the talent. He
Of
can
course.
sing his ass off.
Yeah,
He
of
was-
course.
he's got-
Yeah. He was unique. Like
Yeah.
nobody could sing like him. You got to appreciate
He
that.
was a hell of a singer. Yeah, he was. I did same way. I respect him. I listen to a couple songs, but I'm not like, oh god, Freddie.
Not down
Right.
with that gay shit. No, just kidding, Target. Albert is very.
I am so
LG,
down with Target. Call me Target, please.
Yeah, put him ahead of the gay aisle. I don't. The end cap. What did Target do? Why were people so pissed at
Yeah,
Target?
they had like pro
Gay stuff,
gay
right?
pride. They just had like gay pride merchandise. And
Okay.
they
But they segregated it, right? They put it in its own
Yeah.
little section.
Yeah.
People-
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
that's what
That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Right,
That's supposed
yeah.
to treat people you
yeah,
hate.
yeah.
Fuck.
in the corner with you.
Well,
I guess because they put it on kids' clothes, maybe.
I think that's part. And
Well,
also just
there was a gay thing. Sorry, I could totally cut you off.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
please.
But I'm the guest. I can. Do
you
something.
can do whatever we want you to do.
There was a gay shit that they did, and at the same time, Bud Light did a trans thing.
Right.
Very similar in time. So
Right.
that if you were against that, you were. Yeah, you can't
That's what
a
it
lot
was.
of things off your list.
That's what it was. I think they had everyone was mad. They had everyone mad, so they pointed them at something else. You know what I mean? Like I don't think like the I don't think any of it was a big deal. But like, yeah, they had everyone mad about the trans woman spokesperson, and then they went, "If you think that's something."
Yeah.
Target's a bunch. Yeah.
So
Yeah, so it seems like, just to clear this up, it's controversy gained traction online last week. This is just conservative media started to attack Target's Pride Month collection, and then they eventually ended up taking it down. They said that they had some people come into the store, started to mess shit up, just go into that
Like
section,
pillage and
knock,
shit.
just start knocking down displays. They were angry. They approached workers, post threatened videos on social media, that kind of thing. So, yeah, tuck friendly.
Man,
The woman's
tuck
swimsuit.
friendly.
Yeah, so this is one of the pieces I guess they were showing. It's tuck friendly. That's
Ironically,
Wait, so
tuck
there's
friendly
like-
is something
there's
Gil
like,
Mulvaney
don't
would do.
talk-
I think.
there's like crotch room, but like near your
toward the
butthole,
back.
or,
Yeah.
like slick back.
The Tuck Friendly sounds like an old school baseball player. Is from the
Good
Scranton
old
Tuck
tuck
Friendly.
friendly. Good old tuck friendly. He pitched 3 complete
Yeah.
games.
So it's like an Ace
Scranton Lions or some shit.
An Ace Ventura situation where
Okay, where Finkel is Einhorn.
Yeah. You know, it took me a long time to realize what the fuck was going on there.
When I was a kid, I didn't know either.
Yeah, I
I
had
was
no
just like, oh,
idea.
now he's in the shower. Now
Yeah,
he's burning his clothes. I
He's
don't
crying
understand.
a little bit. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I don't understand.
Didn't get it.
But-
Now I get it though. Tuck Friendly.
Yeah, sure.
no, he wasn't wearing.
No,
tuck.
it wasn't Tuck
Yeah,
He
Friendly.
that's
wasn't
why
right. That
Ace
was
Yeah.
Ventura led the charge on why we need tuck friendly.
right.
No,
Right.
people get so worked up over that shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
They-
people
there's-
get way
yeah,
too worked up.
They need a repressed homosexuality aisle too, or whatever.
Right,
How
yeah.
would that work?
Just sell
Big closet.
guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
Just
is the big closet with gay shit in it so guys can walk into it?
Yeah, you got to sell like gay shit disguised as hunting gear, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's got to be like
So, like,
a
cam-
pop
Not gay if it's camo.
a pop-up
Camouflage
tent, but there's like a
assless
dildo. Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just saying they go pop-up tent, but like there's a dildo in the bottom.
Yeah.
So when you flip it up, they don't
Like,
know
oh,
what's
yeah,
going
yeah.
on in there.
Yeah, people get that's a weird thing to make people get so worked up over. What
People just want to be angry. And people
think
are
that's what it
angry at
is.
things that they can't change. So they try to get on to things that they think that they can change, which is kind of funny because you can't.
Yeah,
I mean, if you could change gay and trans people from being gay or trans, they probably would have done it in like the Middle Ages when they were killing them all.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
you would think like if it could have been done by now,
Someone
would be
have
done.
tried it,
But they feel like they can, and I think there's a lot of like these people are mad because they don't understand. They're like, we lost our son or daughter. It's like, well, you didn't. What you need to lose is your perspective on what's going on. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, I think like, these people just can't handle change. Yeah. And they turn to the good book, but the good book's got no answers for that shit.
The book hasn't been revised. I mean, no one's added to the good book in a long time.
Right. It's an old
cliffhanger.
Book.
Just a cliffhanger. Just a 2,000-year-old cliffhanger.
They've tried to add some pedophilia good stuff in there.
Yeah.
That doesn't. Yeah, the commandments don't work like amendments, do they? You can't.
No.
Yeah. What's that called? Where they like.
Like with the prohibition, where there's like a line struck through it. Now I'd like to see him strike a line through some of the deadly sins.
Like when you change an amendment, what's that called?
Amending it.
Amend.
Part of the word means to change, like changeable or whatever.
Repeal is, I think, what you're like. Technically, they call it repealing the amendment. I think.
What's ratify?
That's when they approve it.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
Nah, we're getting a little vocab lesson here on
civics. So like all Christianity is kind of like an OCD thing. Like it just tends such a perfectly round number that we can't fuck with it.
Right.
But there's stuff that they could probably take out.
100%.
Okay, so there's not kill, not steal.
Got to keep those.
Don't bang the wife of your neighbor.
Yeah, the covet thy neighbor's wife.
No raping? Is there a no raping?
No,
thing?
there isn't.
Okay, so you probably take the neighbor one out.
The parents out.
Don't rape your wife's neighbor or anybody.
Taking
else.
the Lord's name in vain. That was pretty weak.
Get rid of that one.
Jesus,
we can get
Jesus
rid of that
Christ, what a shitty amendment that is.
Get rid of that one.
You know what? And when they wrote that amendment, when they made that commandment, Jesus Christ didn't exist. So how was he even?
Neil, can you pull them up?
Pull up
the. Let's see how many we can get first. Let's see how many.
Okay.
Don't kill.
Yeah. All right, Dave. Let's see.
Honor thy mother and thy father.
Yeah.
Lord's name in vain.
Okay.
Keep the Sabbath.
Oh, keep the Sabbath day holy.
Yeah.
Which is Saturday. Some people.
It's the day we all watch football, so we are not.
Sabbath
it's on Friday.
Oh, your Sabbath is Saturday.
Friday. Sundown on Friday.
Shomer fucking Shabbos.
Come on, bro.
From the Big Lebowski.
Stay on the side of the street. That's all I'm asking. They fucking dress all. No, I'm tired.
I want to see you in one of those big fur hats.
Wear all the black you want. Just put reflectors on that fucking thing, would you?
All right. So you guys, we're up to 5.
5.
Okay.
And then there's like sloth, gluttony. What are all those?
No, those are the deadly sins.
That's
the 7 deadly sins.
Oh, so that is kind of like that's so. The 10 Commandments is the Bill of Rights, and then those 7 are like the
Declaration.
Those hold up pretty good though. The 7 sins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they're kind of eternal. The 7 deadly sins.
But we're still 5 short, and I feel like we hit them all
on the 10 Commandments.
So here's what we got.
Something about harboring British troops. I think.
Shoot them when you see the white of their eyes.
1 if by land and 2 if by sea. That's 2 of them right there. We're a bunch of fucking sinners. We don't know the commandments.
No idols.
Thou shalt not steal. Oh, right.
Okay.
No idols.
So wait, superhero. Yeah. So action figures count as idols, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
So, okay, we got to get rid of the one that gets rid of action figures.
Right. You shall have no other gods before me. Doesn't say anything about after him though.
That's
what I mean. Like there's a loophole.
Bullshit. You can't fucking. People can't cheat on you before you're even dating them. That's a fucking bullshit commandment.
No adultery.
You shall not make idols. Well,
yeah, that's so. Action,
lying, bear false witness, lying.
Oh, of course, right. Well,
that one's
which we
do as a routine matter, of course, on our comedy.
Yeah, like maybe make it egregiously lie or lies with consequences. Little white lies,
let them
fine.
Right,
amend it.
Right.
Amend that commandment.
right. God would want you to tell your friend that doesn't look so good that they look great.
Exactly. And do not covet. See, these are all set up so like people who have things and have a good life can keep a good life.
Yeah.
And people who don't have one just hope that things will get better through this.
Yeah.
Is this the actual order?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I would lead with murder.
Yeah, they
that's
definitely
a really good
did.
point.
But so they did, from their perspective, it is in the most important though. If you're an ancient Jew,
who's been in the fucking desert for like 40 years, right?
Exactly. They're competing against all the Roman gods. So number one has got to be like, this is legit. This is God, right? Then no make idols again. This is fucking God. Like, don't look at the other gods. Look at me.
So
don't take the Lord's name in vain because you're disrespecting God. You know, and then they go,
and then the
Sabbath day. And then finally they go like, listen to your parents.
Be cool to your parents.
Fuck or maybe don't kill. Yeah.
So the first 4 are basically vanity, which is
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's true. That's
you guys got to remember, people back then could only count to 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't give them a bunch of shit. There got to be like, here's 10 shit. This is it. That's all you got to worry about.
But 4 though, 4 could be into 1. Like, be cool with God. Boom, you got it.
Right.
You got it.
Sure.
Like,
but also
we got to do punch up.
Yeah,
we got to punch this up a little.
We've
bit.
got some notes.
The form of punishment back then was getting your hand cut off. So being able to count to 10 is pretty impressive for them. If they could only go as high as their fingers, they doubled the expectation there. A lot of them.
I've lost 2 fingers. I don't adhere to those commandments. That's how that works for me.
I stop at 8.
It was always covet thy neighbor's wife, and now it just says you shall not covet. So did they make an amendment on a commandment?
Oh, maybe they've changed some of the language. They do change the language all the time. Like they changed the...
No, you're wrong, because adultery, 7 is adultery. That's the one where you're not supposed to bang your neighbor's wife.
Okay, so covet is just look?
Look at their
coveting
things or material things.
Oh yeah, anything. I think that's one of the weird ones where it's like, you don't covet your neighbor's stuff, not just his wife.
Not just his wife. Which back then his stuff was his.
Right. His wife was his
property.
Right.
So that was.
But it also says bear false witness against neighbor, which means you can lie to other people that aren't your neighbor.
Well, the Bible's all weird about that. Like it also has like rules for keeping like slaves and stuff, and it's like, if it's from like 2 nations over, that's okay, but not the nation next to you. It's like really like they had some weird backwards.
Also, how do you not know about this? There's 2 Jews in the room. You guys don't give insurance. You don't collect interest on your own people, but you do for everyone else, you fucks.
First of all, I believe between the 2 of us, there's one whole Jew.
There is one whole Jew. Mazel tov. We've done it.
You're not 100%. You're both parents aren't Jewish.
I'm zero. I'm zero practicing.
Although I'll tell you what, Albert Davis III looks 100% Jewish. Your dad. I do have to say for the viewers at home, we'll do the plugs. If I don't know if you have any pictures on your Insta of you or your dad, it bears looking because your dad's a lovely guy, super nice man. I've met him a few times, but it is a how did you come from him scenario.
He's very he's
very Woody Allen-esque, I would say, compared to you. But wonderful
less
guy.
Grooming.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Hey,
how do you get into modeling?
There he is. There's my old man right there. Look at
there
this
he
guy.
is.
Jesus.
Albert Davis III. Yes, he does.
Oh, but he has a podcast.
Are you part Asian too? Yeah.
Damn, even he has a podcast. He's a lone stoker. Oh, staker. Excuse me.
Whoa, dude, that's he's in that crypto life.
Okay, cool.
He's making interest off Ethereum is what he's doing.
Clearly the Jewish parent of
yeah. It's gonna be worth something someday. You'll see. You'll all see.
Technically a Jewish miner. You don't see them that often.
Because they're complaining the whole time.
I want to say I've been waiting for this moment for a long time as someone who's produced for that podcast. They don't even mind it. He's technically a part of the node, so he is part of the bank.
Yes, you really are.
I hate to put that out there.
You're right, because I've heard you talk about this.
You gotta like give him your shit.
Yeah.
Don't you? Right? Like that.
Okay, so he's just a crypto bank.
Yeah.
They've done it again.
It's just a big crypto Ponzi scheme. I hope he's gonna hear this. He's like, that's not what we do.
Yeah,
I know.
Is that a redundant thing to say? Crypto Ponzi scheme. Can't you just say one or the other?
Yeah, check this out. You can learn about that and more on the Lone Stakers on the Drop 10 Network.
Drop 10 Media presents the other Davis, the third. You get to hang out.
That's
with the third.
right. Absolutely.
Well, that'll get the younger audience. I was wrong. I was wrong in what I said earlier. You clearly have your finger on the pulse.
You got Ethereum. The kids like Ethereum, right? I don't know. I thought I was going to set something up.
A lot of kids.
We were waiting for something.
I thought maybe that would engender something. I could lob it up there. Well,
this is fun. No, I'm just looking at you guys waiting for the next thing.
Enjoying life. Just trying to figure out what Ethereum actually
Well, you
is.
talked about a little bit of something that Albert is interested in that I know because I've talked about it a little bit is music. That's something that's big in your life.
I love music.
Yeah. That's why when asking about Queen and stuff like that, I was like, oh, okay, because he Dave hasn't listened to music past 1990. What was the year?
I amended it. It was originally 1996.
Okay.
Got it.
But I moved it to 1998.
Oh, that's nice.
So you
We didn't ratify that
past 98.
If a band that exists prior to 1998 puts out music,
okay.
So this has actually been a pretty good musical year for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we got a Foo Fighters, one of the Oasis brothers, and Avenged Sevenfold album on the same day.
Okay.
I was like, what fucking year are we in right now?
Which one was good? What was good? All of them?
I actually haven't listened to the Avenged Sevenfold yet, but
Okay.
I the Foo Fighters is okay. I mean, people are like, oh, it's so great, but I think that was a little bit of a dead guy nostalgia talking
That
there.
happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Gallagher brothers, they both put out solid music apart, but they'll never be as good as when they're together.
I can't listen to
Oasis.
any of the Gallagher brothers. It's not Oasis.
Do their voices annoy you?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
Oasis they all came together well.
I
for
thought I would
Oasis,
agree with
you
that.
know?
I would agree with that.
Like a voice, even an annoying voice, can become like an instrument if it's used in the right
There's
context.
two of them.
Yeah, right.
Just
Yeah,
double
in
it
a
up, it's
harmony,
good.
right?
If it's British enough.
yeah.
Yeah. And I personally loved all the shenanigans. I loved the
Yeah, they were
them
like- they were-
quitting in the middle
And
of shows.
getting angry at each other and
Yeah.
fighting and shit, right? That was kind of their thing.
That's-
Yeah.
I know it's a great family dynamic, and like Liam's like the last true rock star, right? He probably still fucking destroys hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
way
a really good
after-
point.
Yeah, way after it became
mean,
endearing. Or,
What's like American rock? Like
Who's
who's a rock music? Chili
Queens of the-
Peppers? like-
Foo Fighters, Queens of the Stone Age, Chili Peppers. Well, I think Chili Peppers don't want to be America as much, just California.
Just California.
Yeah.
Strictly
Yeah.
California.
But yeah, there's no more like rock.
Like
there's
Jane still puts like, yeah.
There is a guy. He was doing comedy for a little while, and I met him out west. His name's Steve Jost, and he was the drummer for Sum 41.
nice.
If you remember them, they had the
Yeah,
one fucking
I
big
remember
song.
portion.
Okay, so I'll say this. I will say this. One of the funniest things I ever saw was when like I said, he was doing comedy for a little while. And I remember I was in a green room on a show with him and a bunch of his like friends, like comedy buddies. And they were all busting each other's balls, and he tried to do that joke you always do, like, hey, that's a really funny set. Could you try it next time? But like actually put jokes in it. You know,
Yeah.
one of those
Yeah.
burns. And as soon as he dropped it, 4 guys in unison started going da 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 and started singing every word of "I don't want to waste my time." And I was just like, "Oh, you can never bust anyone's balls."
Yeah, but
like,
you know what though? You can buy. They're busting his ball, but I think he's won that one.
Well,
I mean, unless that's like Hannibal Buress
I
and
agree.
Bill Burr.
I
shitting on him.
agree.
Yeah.
He
they
went
were
platinum off
relative
that shit.
nobodies, right?
Yeah.
So I remember talking to him about it, and I was like, how do you like actually feel about all that?" Because he was trying like another career now as a comedian. I don't know if he stuck with it, but he was like, honestly, I feel like we got to be the last helicopter out of being rock stars. We were in the last generation or age where you could do all the shit that rock stars did without everyone breathing down your neck and trying to like catch you and fuck you up.
No
and, like,
social
ruin
media.
you.
And
Right.
they still made money off album sales back then.
Right, exactly.
You could go triple platinum and make a ton of fucking. Now you're selling a single for 99 cents.
Right, exactly.
You know?
The
Now
money
he's-
isn't the same.
He needs another American Pie movie to come
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
To
Yeah.
collect, to
All the
collect more
greatest hits.
royalties,
Hell
right?
yeah. Steve
But-
Jost,
but-
shout out.
So how many albums did they just one?
No,
album?
there's had
One
the
or
one song.
two. Yeah, it was really just the
That
one.
was
It was
the
really
song.
just the one. They had a second song. I forget how it goes, but if you go to Spotify, you'll be like, right. They had one other one.
I don't want to waste my time being another casualty. It's just, right?
That was that one. That was their
And-
huge hit. I'm in too deep.
Okay.
and I'm
Okay.
Well, they
trying
both got
to
American Pie play.
Oh yeah.
there you go. Yep.
Jesus Christ. That's
Yeah.
not, yeah. So they made some money. I mean, if they saved them smart, they're probably still doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, Steve had a job, but he was like a real estate agent in Palm Springs. So, like, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure he probably had some of that money still.
Oh, I wonder how did he feel about that? Because that's kind of like a movie ending, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Look,
mean,
good- now he's just a schnook like everyone else.
Yeah, like he was-
see,
yeah.
we never got so close that
Uh-huh.
I felt like I could ask in that depth. I thought he was
Yeah.
pretty candid with me when I asked him, considering the more acquaintanceship that we had, that he was that honest about like being a last rock star thing.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking about it, and now ever since he said that to me, maybe 8 years ago now, I think of the like late 90s as the last time that anyone could be a rock star.
rock
Even
band.
these pop punk bands, you know.
I'm trying to think of rock band. Would Korn be considered a rock band?
Yeah, but they started in 1994.
They were in that era too. Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't gotten retroactively canceled.
Agreed.
But they were
the first album. There's just a song where he screams "faggot" over and over again. But
so that Green Day, that'd be like a rock band, right?
Yeah, that was my first concert.
Was it
Dookie tour.
Yep.
But yeah,
that was a big album. They must have sold 10 million of those fucking
Korn.
things.
Yeah, Korn introduced themselves to the world. I can't think of another band that fucking their debut album, first track off, just "Are you ready?" Fucking, hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
hell
a
yeah.
good
I
way to
love it.
launch your fucking discography.
Hell yeah. Korn is one of those bands that like everyone liked and no one will admit to. Like if you were a white kid in the suburbs or grew up in the suburbs at all, you listen to Korn, you were like, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then like 3 or 4 years later, you were like,
fuck
who listens to this shit?
Well, they changed so drastically from like that first album was just fucking straight up like metal as fuck. And then he started singing all like
beatboxing.
Something takes a part of me.
That was like
that's your voice, dude?
Yeah.
Go
That's
back to
sound like.
growling.
What's that? Jonathan Davis, right? That's his name?
Yeah.
Not related?
No relation.
Jonathan Davis the Fourth.
I guarantee that. Is he Jewish? He probably is fucking Jewish.
I mean, he's a white guy that pulled off dreadlocks, so it makes me think he's a little bit Jewish. Right?
Yeah.
Him and
It's
Counting
the most Jewish
Crows.
thing he's done.
Him
and
and
then there's
Counting
Rage
Crows.
Against the Machine, right? That's their rock.
Rage?
Would you
Hell yeah.
consider them like
Yeah, they might have been like they were because they were like rapcore that was Limp Bizkit considered the founder of that, but
well, not the founder, but definitely the like apex of that.
Were they? You think they were more popular than Rage Against the Machine though?
See, so Rage, they kind of like Rage kept making. I think the difference was that Limp Bizkit played ball and Rage didn't.
Yes,
like Rage was always doing shit to like they.
Piss
I remember
off the system and shit,
they
right?
they tried to hang a like huge American flag upside down on SNL, and like Lorne Michaels scrambled and like disabled the thing that was gonna like drop it. And then like I remember there was a story where the bassist climbed up on like a tower at the Video Music Awards on MTV, and he was like swinging back and forth on it on a live broadcast, all on drugs and shit. So I think like though they were they
were anti-establishment. That was their thing. So they were just.
And then I think then like Tom Morello would come out, and then like when they'd be like, "Why did you do this?" and rather than actually address it, he would be like, "Because the capitalistic society is fucking everyone." And they were like, "Okay, we definitely don't want this guy on camera anymore." Like calling into question like the whole basis of like the music industry.
That dude's a Harvard grad.
Yeah, he's
fucking smart as hell.
Right, and he's hitting him with like real
science guy.
hitting him with real systemic like this is what you
Kurt
need to
Loder's like,
change.
what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, I don't know shit. Or Carson Daly, remember he was the other guy?
Right. Kennedy. Yeah.
Limp Bizkit's kind of getting resurgence since there's been 8 Woodstock
99
99 documentaries, and they're basically being hailed as the founders of white toxic masculinity or whatever.
It's not fair to give them that, but I mean, like, hey, if you're gonna pick an avatar, they're as good as any.
I don't want to give them credit for anything.
That's true. Yeah,
Well, yeah, like modern. I would say like modern male toxic. Like I kind of get that because I remember hanging out with those Limp Bizkit dudes that were again. I'd be like,
jerseys and they were
because they really weren't shit. It's at the end of the day, they really didn't. They weren't shit. They were just angry,
right?
And they weren't good. They were
You
pretty
think the
nasty.
1999 white dude was worse than the 1799 white dude?
Have you seen Django Unchained? You think he's worse than Fred Durst?
I think both have points.
They both did it all for the nookie. That's really what
I remember watching Django. Oh man, these guys cornering this woman in a porta potty. That's the worst thing that's going to happen in this movie.
You don't remember the sequel, Django and the hot dog flavored water?
Oh, there's our
boom. Also, you could tell that they had an indelible mark on the culture because I still can't do this. And it's been 20 years, just this alone with this face.
Yeah.
It's too Fred Durst, you know?
You don't think it's a head shape thing?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a general Irish potato man shape. Like you could do it, but you know,
I can't wear hats. They don't.
You're not a hat guy, really?
I think I'm a little too round up.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Never see
you don't want any shadow on those features either. I understand.
Someone with a similarly shaped head.
I have one of the many. I wear it backwards, but when I'm playing golf, which makes me look like a douche.
Yeah.
That's like
I think that's just playing golf.
Yeah. It's okay. They're still calling attention to you on the golf course, no matter what you're wearing on your head.
Yeah, they know where I'm at all times.
What is he doing here?
Well,
is he carrying the bags or is he?
You're a tweener though, so you gotta hesitant.
Yeah.
Like, should sweet, instead of call them now.
No, it's like
if you're on one,
like no, let's see what he does.
Yeah,
like let's give him a second.
I say if you start hitting it around, well, guy's far enough. He's like that tiger.
Yeah,
Some tiger.
Like I like that guy. Actually, I should pay him to bang my wife. It never has happened to me.
Oh, that was literally
never happened to me.
I was warming up to it.
Never had me on the golf course, only on the Reddit chats.
And do you oblige before you were married, man? Obviously.
No.
Do you ever get anybody hitting on you after shows?
Yeah, and it's always weird.
Yeah,
it's never like. So I'm married, so it's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
But if someone was like, "Hey, I thought it was really cool. You're nice. I like you. You want to grab a beer?" I wouldn't, but it'd be like a little more playful. It's always something weird. It's like something very specific in the set that like, so we have to ask. And it's like, oh my God, I'm already eye rolling in my brain.
Yeah.
And then it's like, because we don't believe you. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like, it's always awkward.
Yeah,
so
I can imagine.
It's never fun. It's never like a great story.
Right.
I do want to bring up because you got pretty recently married.
Yeah.
And like, this is how, like, because I know like you post your modeling shit. So that's how I had to like approach congratulating you last time I saw you. I'm like, did you actually get married? Or is that just a Dolce and Gabbana ad?
Yeah, well, the black and white pictures that they took for our wedding look very like, professional. Yeah, my wife's she's gorgeous. She's a very nice looking lady. So yeah, they look really good. But that was a real wedding picture. Yeah, those are
okay.
Some of those are in our house. A couple of those are in our house. I wake up every day and look at an obsession ad. I'm like, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, you could like Photoshop a little like Dior on the
I'm gonna start doing that. That's a good idea. I'm gonna just start fucking with those.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, I did that once. I had a picture and I put Light Skin Magazine on it. And I put like Tokyo, Paris, Manhattan or New York or something. And people were like, congratulations.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, you think that there's a Light Skin Magazine out there and I'm on the cover of it? Like,
that's
About
hilarious.
to ask that too. There's a fucking magazine. I mean, nobody buys magazines. Like, I guess at the peak of magazines,
that was
there
peak
probably
more,
could have been
a Light Skin
now
magazine.
Only fucking dentists get magazines.
I mean, there wasn't like Ebony, right? And that was pretty much might as well have been Black Skin Magazine.
Right.
So, it could be a Light Skin Magazine.
Sure, why not? We'll start it here.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
And who better?
It'll just be me and Shamar Moore talking about being light skinned. Yeah, this is what we do.
I don't know. In a world that ebony exists, there's gotta be like just Redbone, wouldn't that be?
Yeah. That sounds a little porno-ish.
Doesn't it though?
I've only heard that term because of porn.
See, I've heard Pryor is where I first heard that. And I always thought that they took it from him. And I was like, did Pryor engender a... But it couldn't possibly.
No, that's what they call the light skin folks.
Where does Redbone come from, though? How did that term?
I don't know.
Because
I feel like the more we dig, the worse.
I know.
Let's Google it. So some porn's about to show up on that screen right now.
I mean, that's why I'm in. Because I heard it from. I was like,
oh boy.
So a Native American. Pacific brown or reddish-skinned people of Louisiana with dark eyes and straight, frizzy, or curly hair. They're often thought of as triracial people of Native American, African, and some form of Eastern or Western European heritage. Right. There we go. They are not necessarily Creole or Cajun, so apologies in advance to any Redbone burlesque dancers that might want to write in.
It sounds like a Fenris show coming up.
You gotta take a fucking projectile for if you're gonna keep fucking stirring this pot. I'm the only one taking shots out there.
I know you are. You're the one on the line on the front lines getting spit on, and I'm just poking the bear.
Don't call them that.
Triracial, that's a weird one.
That means you don't know who your dad is.
Yeah. You don't know if you have a fucking dad.
But I thought because the red made me think Native American, and I was like, when I thought it was just mixed black and white, I was like, well, I might be kind of racist for thinking, but I'm gled they threw Native American in there.
They did. Also a contender for the new commander's name. The Washington Redbones.
Oh, that would be crazy. Washington Redbones. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the Braves still do the thing.
They do. It's crazy. It's crazy. It doesn't affect me on any level, but I watch it now and I'm like, wow, that's crazy that nobody.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty insensitive.
It is insensitive, right? Like I say, it does. I'm not offended myself, but yeah, you watch it and you're just like, it's the same way I feel like when like we'll be at open mics and you'll see some like first year comic like drop like a racial slur or something, and you're like, well, I'm not upset, but like that shouldn't happen. Like that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, I have to say, I am shocked that a bunch of people from Georgia would double down and do something that is told not to do because it's racist. That is.
It's weird because everyone was like, okay, we're gonna stop doing this now. I guess we're gonna change the name, all that stuff. And George was like, no, we're not doing that. And then we're gonna just go nuts. They take their phones out and do it.
It's crazy.
I was watching the game last night, or maybe last night, 2 nights ago, and I was like in a trance. And I was like, they still do the fucking thing. My wife's like, yeah, they still do that.
And they're trying to, I think because Citizens Bank Park gets so loud, they were very much on the broadcast, I think it was last night, trying to be like, well, Atlanta Stadium gets loud too. So they were doing that cut where there's no announcers and you can just hear the full stadium. And they kept doing it when they were doing the chant. And I was like, this isn't the shot. Like you want to hide this.
Do the wave or something. What happened to the wave? You know what I mean?
What Philly has their own racist chant? Order in English or don't at all.
It's outside the stadium, though. Yeah.
Soccer has chants like that where they just chant whole sentences. I'd love to see Philly get in on that.
Soccer does it.
Order in English or don't order at all. Order in English or don't order at all.
Guys, I hate to cut it off, but yeah, we're at the news point here.
What a positive, uplifting Philadelphian sentiment to end.
If you want to do closing thoughts, but I think we're there.
Yeah. Okay, good? We're here. We're going to do the news. Al, this was great. Stick around. Yeah, stick around. We're going to do the news. Roll it. We're talking news. We're talking news. Talking news. We're here to shoot the shit and talk the news. Okay, and we are back. I will explain this segment to you, Al. I know you're a frequent listener of the podcast, but just in case you aren't, for our new viewers, this is the news segment of the podcast. Dave and I are going to read 15 news stories. We've written jokes on them. I've not read Dave's. Dave's has not read mine. We have no idea what we're about to say to one another. However, if we tell a joke about the same news story, we have a joke off.
Yeah, I was ready.
Joke off.
Okay, I wouldn't have wanted to play that either, honestly. We just have it, so I'm going to use it. And then that weird sound that we can't actually hear in the studio will play, and we will have a joke off. You will be the judge for any time Dave and I joke each other off. Okay. You will tell basically what your favorite joke was, and the winner gets a point. Dave, would you like to start as is your wont?
Sure.
Can we do something really quick? Because let me pull it up. I want to just make sure that we have the accurate thing here. I believe you're tied again, if I remember correctly.
I believe we are. We left it at a tie. This has been going on since the very first
year. After 40 episodes.
Yep. 40 episodes. I think at one point I was up 5. At one point you were up like 6 or 7, but we kept clawing back.
Damn,
and it is
real.
Even.
And Dave, you're going first?
Yes.
Cool.
And
all right, buddy.
Like a responsible travel agent, I've stayed away from Israel and Palestine.
Not in your heart.
You kind of talked about this one last week, but this is with a new twist or whatever.
Okay.
Pentagon official accused of dogfighting ring executed losers with jumper cables. He could be applauded for his self-reliance, though, as most career politicians would have called AAA to come and electrocute their pets.
Yeah, I like that. And yeah, that's great. Also, like if the story happens on like Tuesday, I feel like it's fair game for 2 weeks.
I'm not going to fucking scramble.
Totally. It's still a news story, right? It's still unfolding. All right. I had no such compulsion as you. I tried to think about what's going on in the news. And so here we go. Although we start with some light entertainment news. Disgraced Hollywood director Brett Ratner, accused of rape, emigrates to Israel. Just in time. Sometimes you see a news story on like Friday that becomes way funnier on Tuesday.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Oh boy. This is actually kind of lines up with some of the stuff we've been talking about today.
Beautiful.
Costco quickly selling out of gold bars listed on wholesalers' website. Jealous of the success they're seeing, BJ's and Sam's Club are kicking themselves that they instead went with attempting to sell off entire pallets of frankincense and myrrh.
I like that. I tried to write something about that, but I felt like guilty because I was like, part of me, like the redneck part of me was like, oh, they're selling gold at Costco.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good
oh,
deal.
fuck, holy shit.
I didn't even know they were doing that.
I could get out of cash entirely. You know what I mean? Hamas plans to use Israeli civilian hostages as human shields. But speaking as someone who spent lots of time hunkering down in a basement with a Jew, they start to grow on you. So there could be a way out of this situation.
Oh boy. That was endearing.
Yeah.
Bipartisan committee urges NBA to ban Chinese products made by forced labor. They believe NBA players need to switch over to good old-fashioned American-made shoes, although they may need to tweak the rules so that overtime periods can be played barefoot.
Desert horror. Music festival goers heard rockets. Then Gaza militants fired on them and took hostages. Panic finally set in as the crowd started to realize this was not a surprised guest set from Travis Scott. That's a Travis Scott joke.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. Open category for transgender swimmers scrapped due to lack of interest at World Cup in Germany. Most shocking about this, that a group of people who are different than a majority of society weren't willing to put their names down on a list in Germany.
Guten Tag to our German fans. You know what you did.
I didn't see nothing.
Donald Trump said he has a much better body than Biden. I was like, this one's true. It's just so crazy. All right. Donald Trump says he has a much better body than Biden and claims that he could beat him in a physical fight. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally found a presidential debate format that can help Americans by leaving both candidates dead.
All right. Here's one that I tried to replace at the last minute. But we're here. A man officiating a wedding in Nebraska accidentally shot his 12-year-old grandson during the ceremony, police say. Although the kid will be fine, hopefully this draws attention to how serious people are being when they say no kids on the wedding invitation.
I had like 3 or 4 attempts at that last week. I just couldn't do it. So good on you. That was a good one. Grimes sues Elon Musk, claims he won't let her see her son. Elon Musk defended himself, saying Grimes can see her son anytime she wants, as soon as she provides the 15 unique character password that is the boy's first name.
Nice.
Thank you.
Biden's dog, Commander, removed from White House grounds after string of attacks. After an astounding 11th attack on a government employee, it became more and more apparent that he couldn't be rehabilitated through Biden's policy, tummy rubs for terrorists.
I unironically love that dog. It's fucking like an anarchist dog biting government officials.
Yeah.
You love it.
If it's a terrorist.
He's a terrorist.
Put it down? They can put it to sleep?
No, I think they're just sending him in Delaware.
They're going to
like you do with anyone who bites too many people. You got to go to Delaware for a little while. In an interview, Hillary Clinton says Trump supporters may need to be deprogrammed. Apparently, the interview ended when Bill Clinton passed through the room with a 20-year-old, and Hillary said, "That doesn't look like anything to me."
That's awesome.
That was good.
Thank you.
That's going in.
That'll make them mad on the internet.
Alabama finally has a new congressional map after a lengthy legal fight. This redrawing has made it easier for black voters to gain representation, or as white Alabamans are calling it, there goes the congressional district.
And that's a joke off, baby.
Joke off.
Alabama is ordered to use congressional map that likely flips seat to Democrats. But the order is powerless, as anyone who can use a map already used it to leave Alabama.
Nice.
Oh, wait, now I got to pick who's the winner.
You got to pick who you like better.
DeBril.
This is
Hey, sorry. There we go.
Sorry.
Fake.
Okay.
False vote.
Contest the vote.
I want to redraw these maps.
Did you give that to the wrong person?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. What the fuck's going on here?
That's some trust.
This is why.
That's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
This is why they shouldn't get to vote. All right. I'm doubling down on a story kind of. Yeah. Hunter Biden reportedly drained daughter's college fund to blow it on hookers and drugs. When asked about this, the frustrated-looking president said, "Damn it! It's not like I can pin this one on him like I did with the dog, fucking biting those Secret Service."
Yeah, I got you.
I get it.
Yeah, Hunter bit them. I wrote it the right way. I just
Didn't say it the right way. It's a good image though, like so many of our jokes. Here we go. Here's an old story. Update on an old story. A Pennsylvania chocolate factory was fined more than $44,000 by the Federal Workplace Safety Agency on Thursday for failing to evacuate before a natural gas explosion that killed 7 people. Lawyers say the factory escaped serious punishment by exploiting the loophole that the hundreds of dead Oompa Loompas are legally not considered people.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Doctor settles lawsuit over ivermectin given to people in jail. In all fairness, while the dog dewormer didn't immunize any of the prisoners against COVID, it did make them show genuine remorse when they were told that they've been bad. Bad.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. They're not going to roll over and take the vaccine, you know? All right. 4 teens killed in stolen Kia crash after police pursuit in Prince George's County. Police say the Kia lost control after approaching impossible speeds of 55 miles per hour.
Okay. Oh, man, I got a fucking theme today. Anyway, a deaf football team will debut a 5G-connected augmented reality helmet to call plays. Similarly, they tried to find something to offer assistance to the opponent in the annual Deaf vs. Blind game, but that led to too many dogs being trampled on.
Awful. And I love it.
That's funny though.
That would be a great fucking annual. I mean, obviously one team has a big advantage, but for our sake.
Right. For the
For us
sake of this
watching it,
joke. Yes. It's like the puppy bowl. It's for us, not for them.
If puppies played against pit bulls.
All right. Woman who fatally shoved 87-year-old vocal coach to the ground is sentenced to 8.5 years in prison for not pushing with her diaphragm.
I did that one last week. Yeah, that's fine.
You did, yeah. Wait, was that the same joke that you did?
Yeah, I said that now she can say that the teacher's flat.
That's right. Okay, I know you did the story, but I was like, hopefully I didn't just hear your joke and then go, fuck, I need another joke, whatever. That was
different. Nearly 1,000 migrating birds dead after crashing into one Chicago building. Even worse, it lends credence to all the people claiming that everything that migrates here does it solely a desire to fly into buildings.
Florida Villages man charged in Viagra smuggling operation in a case which started small but grew dramatically larger the more detectives worked it.
Nice. Thanks. Here's one of the dumber ones. Pilot, 65, accused of using plane to stalk woman for 4 years. He's also being charged with crashing the plane multiple times because apparently it's very hard to maintain flying speed while slowly tailing a woman.
I just like that story.
Yeah,
that's great.
If I read it, it would have ruined. Like, how are you stalking someone if they're walking down the street, just trying to travel slowly, and just fall right out of the fucking sky?
Is that plane following me all day? Or
yeah,
it's like fall back.
Easy. The burden of knowledge could only ruin that image for me.
All right, here we go. Taylor Swift, the only person who can defeat Trump in 2024, says ex-staffer. Though she would win, fans don't expect Taylor to do anything else where she's guaranteed to be interrupted by Kanye West.
Christian Baker faces new lawsuits over gender transition cake after Supreme Court Many think the baker is being treated unjustly, though, as all he was really suggesting is that it would be more appropriate to celebrate transition with a fresh new pie.
I like that.
Children's book put on watch list in Alabama because its author has the last name Gay. Again, a true story. This spells the end of my children's author career, though you might know me as my pseudonym, Jimmy Cocksucker.
Jimmy Cocksucker, my kids love his books.
Yeah,
my kids love his books.
Your kids read Jimmy Cocksucker.
Change the graphic next week. Just for one episode.
At
Just
Jimmy
for one episode.
Cocksucker.
Jimmy Cocksucker.
It's the author.
Dave Bergana.
It's the author picture of you like, on the cover, holding up your head,
in the black turtleneck.
holding your chin. Yeah.
In front of like the books, like the rows and rows of books.
Fantastic.
All right.
After you, buddy.
Dwayne Johnson apologizes for asking those living paycheck to paycheck to donate to his Maui wildfire fund. Although people may have been more willing had the tragedy struck closer enough to their lives that they could smell Hawaii cooking.
Yeah, all right, that was good. Saving some good ones for the end there.
I hated that one. I was desperately trying to replace it, and I ran out of time.
It's all right. It happens. Here's one that was probably like that for me. Study shows that great apes go through a midlife crisis. Their sense of well-being bottoms out in their late 20s before rebounding in old age. Apparently, scientists can measure this and exactly how many depressed, hopeless animals there are by counting the number of apes who start live comedy podcasts.
Pretty good.
Thanks.
And topical.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, very.
Finger on the pulse. California becomes the first U.S. state to ban ingredient in popular candies. They figured where better to introduce banning the notable Skittles ingredient than California, where residents have plenty of alternative options when it comes to getting a taste of the rainbow.
That's good. All right, and my last one.
That's a good one.
Users find that Facebook's new AI sticker tool can generate Elmo with a knife. In an homage to the little-known spin-off toy, Tickle Me and See What the Fuck Happens, Elmo. And that's it.
Sweet. That's the news.
That's the news. We did it. We made it.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I made it 1 up. You like that?
You know how fucking hard I come when I'm down, though.
I know you do.
That's a weird thing.
You do.
Wow.
When we're joking each other off, he comes way harder when I'm up. When I'm on top. So yeah, hopefully next week we'll see some hot fire from you. But
it's true.
Yeah, this was great. This was a wonderful episode. Let's round it out as we always do by doing our plugs. Al, what do you have going on?
Okay, so next week I have a Don't Tell comedy show.
Oh, awesome, dude.
Yeah, but I don't know much about it, and even if I did, I can't say anything.
Yeah,
right.
So there's
You're not allowed
that.
to tell.
Can't do that. I'll be at Soul Joel's on the 19th. I'll be up at Wisecrackers that weekend as well. I think it's the 28th and 21st. And I got something going in Delaware in the beginning of November. So
Very cool.
I'm rocking.
If you want tickets to the Don't Tell show, you just have to go to the Don't Tell website, right? I mean, if it's not sold out, so you have to go to the tickets for the Don't Tell website, find Philadelphia, and then you'll be. They don't do that many shows where it's like, yeah, you'll find the show in the city. So
You buy the ticket, then they'll let you know where it is, and then you go once you buy the ticket.
Do you know where it is?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. They keep everyone in the dark.
Yeah.
That sounds too trendy for me to ever do.
Well, it's kind of a gamble in Philadelphia because they can say a couple places where you're like, nah, I'm good.
No, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I don't think they do that though.
Nah,
Don't Tell is a very
very
swanky enterprise, swanky franchise. They don't do that.
They took us to K&A.
Outside.
We were outside of K&A, just on the block. It was crazy. It was definitely a secret.
That's funny. But all right, very good. And where can we find you online?
Instagram, Albert Davis _4th. Just go there, see all the shit you need to see, and if you could follow me, I'd appreciate it because I'm like Manny Brown. I suck at getting followed. I can't.
Got to get those numbers up. Yeah, please follow Al. He's
Promise him a butthole pic if they do something.
Feet. I give you feet all day.
That's right. Yeah, if you're not going to follow Al, your girlfriend will. So let her know.
Yeah.
Let her know.
And you can follow my girlfriend or my wife. I don't give a shit. Go ahead.
There you go.
Follow us both.
There we go.
You can check them out on the Seriously Dad podcast, right?
Oh, that's right.
Seriously Dad podcast with Jay Yoder and Drop 10 Studios. And I think that's everything. I think that's it. I think that's it.
That's it. Oh, that's it. That's all. Okay. Very cool. One of the hardest working men in Philadelphia comedy right here, Albert Davis. Dave, what do you got going on?
Hey, that big Arc Brewery show canceled. Apparently, I'm still getting paid though, so there's that.
Hey, well then whatever.
No, I still want to do.
win.
I know is that.
No, you still want to do comedy.
But I guess
do
I'll
show,
just stay at home watching Frasier, new Frasier.
Okay, baby,
yeah,
I hear the
appar-
blues are calling.
It has nothing to do. Apparently, just the management. The new management said they don't have a staff right now.
Oh,
so they can't do a live without people.
Nobody wants
it
to
has
work.
nothing to do with ticket sales because obviously this fucking face on a flyer.
Of course,
money. Yeah, so that's
it.
Yeah.
All right.
So someone asked me this morning to do a show in February. So yeah,
there you go.
Got that to look forward to.
There you go. Look out, 2024.
Punchline. No, it's Punchline.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a real book.
I think Dave Permiano might just be getting booked for a little gig we got coming up. Maybe bring you guys back to Autumn Lake, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I would like that.
Whoa.
The scene of the crime where Dave and I committed murder of an entire audience. Yeah,
we were pretty fucking great that night.
we were on point.
Damn, do I got to write new jokes, or are they going to have a different audience?
I don't know why I say things,
but who knows? But hey, that'll be a pickup from this week because I'm doing nothing. Oh no, wait! This Friday I'm going to be in Juniata doing a show that I don't have any details on because I'm being driven there, and that's it. I'm being driven there. I don't know exactly where it's at. Is that a
fucking place in Narnia? I've never.
Yeah, Juniata. It's like way the fuck out there in like the center of PA. If I say a town you don't know, just assume that it is the furthest west you can go while staying in the state.
Wait, is it really Western PA or is it Juniata up on Roosevelt Boulevard?
No. I think it's maybe it. No, I think it's like Juniata, like out somewhere else.
Now there's two of them.
There might
It's like
be.
a Juniata in the Kensington area. There's a little part of town called Juniata.
I'm not going to Kensington. No.
All right. Well, this isn't the MapQuest project.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Anyway, I've got a show. It's I'll post it on my Instagram. That's at Danny DePrio. You know where to find me. And Neil, what do you got going on?
Check out all the podcasts on the Drop 10 Media Network. You can make sure to subscribe to this podcast. Go on to iTunes, do all the wonderful stuff there, rate and review. You know what I mean? Show them some love. You can. You're on Instagram as well. You can follow the podcast and everything going on there for these guys. And you can check me out. I'll be in Hamilton, New Jersey coming up October 21st. You can get all the dates and details for Myers Brewing Company coming back in November, Autumn Lake Winery, all those shows coming up. We got a lot of stuff coming up in November as well. You can get that at I Am Neil Wood, or just go to dropten.com/events. Go for all those dates and details. Thanks.
All right. Sweet. Thank you so much for watching. We got a great guest next week, right?
Jay Burrell. Yeah.
That's right. Jay Burrell. Very, very funny comic. Be talking to us about stutter comedy. I don't know how else to say that in a nice way.
And we're going to talk about it respectfully since he could beat the shit out of
100%.
both of us.
100%. In the seat, he could kick our asses here in the studio, and you might get to see that if we get out of pocket. So tune in next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. Well, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was we fucking landed that like Carrie Strug should have.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of Drop 10 Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to drop10.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see Drop 10 on. We appreciate it. Go to drop10.com now.
This has been a Drop 10 Media Production.